Dear Diary, I have so much to tell you almost every day. But today I'm not really here to tell you how my day was, who came across my path, or what all I thought. I rather want to tell you about one experience I had today, which was just an eye opener, something that took some minutes of my day, and I just couldn't help it. So, adjacent to my house, there lived an old lady. I believe she would be in her 60s, maybe early 60s. That house often, had noises where she would be indulged in fights with her daughter in law. So it was really not shocking when I heard somebody shouting from that house today. I was bathing then. I came downstairs and I could see from a window the house, and I saw some people who were howling. They were crying and shouting. A lady almost fainted in that house. Before I could understand what was happening, the first thought in my mind was that maybe they are having another fight, another argument, which was very severe this time. Few minutes later, somebody from my neighborhood mentioned that the old lady I just mentioned has passed away, and the lady who was howling and crying was actually her daughter-in-law. Well, you might think if I didn't recognize her earlier. So yes, I never saw the daughter-in-law. I never saw that old lady as well. I just knew that they're there. After all this, I went on terrace. I was basking in the sun. Till then, I didn't know whether the dead body has come or not. But while I was basking in the sun, I could see all my neighbors were just, hanging from the railings on terrace trying to have a look at it. I could not dare to look at that side. I was not able to look at that side. After I think after a gap of 15 to 20 minutes, an ambulance came, and I saw that ambulance coming, and that's when I realized that they're bringing the body in. The body came, it was lying right next to my house, right next to the wall of my house. It was really close. I was still on the terrace trying to not think about all of this because I had something else already going on in my mind. But obviously I couldn't help it. While this was going on, I was lost in some thoughts. I saw diagonally opposite to me there's another house where two kids were playing in red jackets, jumping around the terrace. And ultimately I was just visualizing that it was those kids, me, and that body, placed diagonally at 3 different points, collinear points. And just one thought struck me at that moment, which was saying that this is life. You are that merry little child jumping around your neighborhood, not realizing what is going on in the world, not caring about what's happening around, lost in your own different world. You grow up, become an adult who cannot help really thinking about everything. Most of the times as an adult you are thinking, unless you are meditating or you have a great control over your thoughts, you are thinking. And then ultimately, after this, you are at that stage where nothing needs to worry you, nothing needs to make sense. You are lying down, not in a state to process whether somebody is crying or laughing. You are just at the end. And as your life ends, what stays in the world is your deeds. Today, when that body was lying there, I had never seen her face. I never knew what kind of lady she was. All I knew was she could have probably alleviated those fights instead of fighting all her life. Maybe her end could have been a little more peaceful. Also, the daughter-in-law who was fainting because she had cried a lot, she could have done so much to make her end a little more peaceful. But we never realize, right? We never realize the worth of someone as it should be realized. That moment we just let it be. We never care about people. We never try to express what's wrong. We never try to sort things out. And one day we know that all of us will not be here. We will not be here to listen to anyone, will not be here to say anything to anyone. So why not say things that bother us right now, right away? Why not sort things out instead of escalating it all our lives till a moment arrives when everything just stops forever? So yeah, dear diary, this was the most weird incident that happened today. And I just wanted to tell you that 20s might be tough. 20s might drain me every day. But I know this transition is making me someone I wish to be. And also, last year I had written that I wish to make my personal relationships healthier. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I realized it at 22. I never wanted to get late there. Anyway, with this, I'll end this note, and I'll just hope that I remember this lesson forever. And maybe, just so that I remember this, I wanted to tell you and mention this. Goodbye, diary. Love, Alicia.